It appears that not many people know what plogging is. Okay, let me put you out your misery. It's an eco-friendly running trend. So ploggers clean up litter on a run or whilst jogging. Now, the idea came out of Sweden. It began back in 2016, but it's still going strong. It's not only good for our health, but also good for the planet too. And the reason I'm talking about it is because 2 plogging events are coming to Leicester this month, thanks to Leicester School Sport Partnership as part of the University of Leicester's Social Science Festival. Emma Hooton is from the partnership. Emma, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. I love this name, by the way, plogging. I have a lot of appreciation for it. So tell me what the aims are behind it. Oh, Emma, it appears we can't hear you. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to get my lovely producer to try and give you a call back in just a second. And we'll get you on a different phone line to see what Emma has to say about plogging. We'll be chatting about the idea behind it, the involvement in the schools project, who's going to be participating, because 2 events are going to be coming to Leicester this month. Now, stick with me in about 15 minutes because we are going to cross over live to COP26. I have an incredible guest for you on the show in about 15 minutes' time. But before that, fingers crossed, we've got Emma again. Hello, Emma. Can you hear me?
Hello, I can hear you.
Oh, so
Hope
much
you can hear
better.
me.
Yes, I can. So tell me, what's the aims behind the event and behind plogging?
So the aims behind new plogging is it's actually linked in with the COP26, and as you mentioned, it's to do with the University of Leicester's Festival for Social Science. So with an event that has a positive environmental impact, we came up with the concept of plogging. Well, didn't come up with it, but kind of wanted to bring that to Leicester. It's very much about loving where you live, that kind of thinking about how you can have that really kind of impact on your local environment whilst also taking part in physical activity and the social kind of impact that it can also have, meet new people with the like-minded interests.
So how does it work? Do you go on a run with your litter pick, or do you go on a litter pick and run between the rubbish?
So you can do either. So for the events that we're doing, we really want to open it up to everybody in our local community. So it doesn't necessarily have to be that jog or run. It can just be a walk to start off. And we, for the events we're doing, are going to provide all of the equipment. We're going to have the route all planned out. And depending on the ability of those who kind of turn up, they can choose to kind of run the whole thing, jog the whole thing, do that in between, like you said, or just use that as a kind of entry into doing something a little bit more physically active whilst also loving where they live.
I'd love to join you and take part. I'm not very fit, but I will try. The litter pick will probably be about half the size of me. But anyway, tell me about the involvement of schools in this project as well.
So we are, so I'm the Health, Wellbeing and Community Manager for the Leicester City School Sport and Physical Activity Network, which is a little bit of a mouthful, but we work with 127 schools across Leicester City. So for anyone listening who might have children or know of anybody who's in school in the Leicester City area, we will work with those young people throughout our different kind of strands of delivery. So we get involved in leadership, we do high quality competitions and tournaments. We have our high quality PE, an inclusion strand, health and wellbeing, and then a community strand, which is very much about how we can impact our young people and then the community that is around them. So that could be their parents, their guardians, their family, auntie, uncle, and those in our surrounding areas of the school. So this is a really exciting kind of initiative for ourselves as the Leicester City span. And we are sharing it with all our schools, and we hope that because it is based at Crown Hills Community College and Lancaster Academy, those kind of young people and their families in the local area will come along and join us.
So I suppose there's 2 elements to it. You can have the involvement on the school side, if you like, and I know that schools can also take part. I'll ask you the details in a second. But also, it could be a day out with friends and family if you want to take part on an individual basis. Is that right?
Absolutely. It's open to anybody in our kind of community of Leicester City, or even travelling from outside of the city. As I've said, it's available ability-wise. Doesn't matter if you are just new into kind of any physical activity or you're a seasoned professional.
Professional plogger, I think Emma was going to say. Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
You paused again and I thought, oh, God, we've lost a line again on my little... But you're there, which is great. So when are the events going to be happening, Emma?
So our first event is in just over a week on the 13th of November at Crown Hill Community College, and it will be running 10 till 1.
That's a Saturday, isn't it? A Saturday.
Yes, it is a Saturday. And we're hoping we've booked that nice weather, so there's absolutely no issues there. And then the second event is on Saturday, the 20th of November at Lancaster Academy. And again, that will be 10 till 1, and the weather is booked for us.
Fantastic. Have you got to bring anything, bring a litter pick, bring bags, or are you providing everything?
Absolutely not. We have all the equipment ready, and we'll also have some, as the event is in collaboration with our Centre for Ethnic Health Research and with Leicester City and the community, we'll have some other activities and things going on the day. So if you kind of turn up a little bit earlier, then you can either have some diabetes testing as well as working with our Leicester City in the community foundation, the Leicester City Football Club. They'll be there with some activities as well. So there's going to be a little bit of a buzz around before even you go out flogging. And for those who wanted to book on, they can actually search for Let's Plog on Eventbrite or visit our website, which is leicestercityssp.org.uk. And just booking on means that you can see if you've got a slot, and then you'll get some further information before the event.
Fantastic. I love it. It sounds like so much fun. Now, obviously, Emma, you're a professional plogger. So have you got any advice for us if you're in two minds or you want to go along? What do we need to know?
I just say come with an open mind. It's very much about just giving back that little bit. It's about, like I said, meeting other like-minded people. And our first event is actually the 13th of November, which is World Kindness Day. So I think there's no better time to kind of just do a little bit of kindness for not only yourself, but your local community as well.
Fantastic. Well, it's not just thrown together, is it? Clearly, it's scheduled on World Kindness Day. Brilliant. Emma, thank you so much for your time this morning.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. And we hope to see you all at our event.
I will be there. Emma Hooton there from Leicester School Sports Partnership. So those 2 dates for your diary, the 13th of November and the 20th of November. It is 19 minutes past 10. So